It's day 23, the penultimate edition of our 2023 Radio Free Skaro Fluid Links Advent Calendar. Today's question is this, comes from James S. Which supporting character or characters that were only in one story would you most like to see appear again in another story? E.g., people like Duggan from City of Death or Rory's. Actually, Rory's dad was in
2 episodes.
So he's off the running. So somebody like Duggan.
Thanks, James S. Do your homework next time.
Yeah, come on. Are you a Doctor Who fan or a Doctor Who...
Are you Doctor Who can or Doctor Who can't?
There we go.
Exactly.
There's only one answer to this, and that's Bill Filer.
Bill Filer. Oh, can you imagine if, like, in Shooty's first season, where there's a unit story and quick, get Washington on the line, and like they ring Washington up, and Bill Filer's on the other end.
Just to go with our last question, we got to recast Bill Filer.
No, we don't.
He's still
Paul
alive.
Grist he's still with us.
All right.
Paul Grist is just an elderly Bill Filer.
But he's like
Maybe
in charge. He's
Axel.
like James Angleton or somebody. He's like way up there in the espionage game.
From the same story, I'll do you one better. Mr. Chin from the Ministry.
Oh, yes,
well,
absolutely.
then you'd have to recast him, though. No, you just use different footage of him.
It wouldn't fit at all. You have this really bad cutout from videotape.
No, yeah, that's true. But the great thing is about the Claws of Axos is that the entire first recording session exists in its raw form.
True,
so there are outtakes of Mr. Chin there. So you could take some of those outtakes and use him in the episode.
And just to whip a long dead and probably flayed horse at this point, we have a episode that's not only shot on videotape with Ncuti Gatwa, but he's in the land of the Claws of Axos. So it's all insane video effects. And so you go, oh, Mr. Chin showed up? Well, that's not as crazy as the rest of this crap. Sounds good.
Oh my God. This is obviously we're just going to bring to go even further back in the Fluid Links Odyssey that we've been going on, to follow up on the Trials and Tribulations episode. I think basically we have to go back into the Claws of Axos, Ncuti Gatwa and Ruby Sunday, and Unit somehow find a time portal back to 1971 or 81, depending on the protocol. And it's the Claws of Axos. And so we have to get a different Mr. Chin in there and a different Bill Filer in there.
The same video effect.
But they're older. They're older, obviously. They're 50 years older. But the Doctor looks great in both because he's Ncuti Gatwa. And he's like rummaging around that orgasmic looking, organic
looking.
It's
entirely different. Did he land in the Playboy Mansion circa 1968? What's going on here?
We're not here to kink shame.
No, some of the effects. So basically, I think we landed on basically every single supporting character from the Claws of Axos.
And every single
I'm sure we can go beyond the Claws of Axos, though.
Okay, well let's park that then.
The Time
Chris,
Monster, yes.
Yeah, you have an idea. You have an idea of a singular character, who's not Rory's dad, obviously, to return in Doctor Who.
I forgot the last name. Ruth from the Time Monster.
Ruth Ingram from the Time Monster. Okay.
Yeah, Doctor Who was not particularly good at showing smart women in the 70s, and she was a fantastic exception to that shortcoming.
Well, yeah. Because she obviously just complained about men. That meant she was a feminist to the writers of Doctor Who in 1972.
Can we include monsters?
No, I'm going to say characters. I think we've done monsters.
I want Eldrad to live. I want Eldrad to come back and live.
Eldrad to come back.
Let's pop the question back up there, Stephen. I just want to check the wording again.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, which
supporting characters?
Yeah, I guess Eldrad's not really a supporting character.
There were only one story, so supporting characters. So,
now that Unit's back in things, how about Brigadier Bambera?
Not a bad idea.
You know what? On the official Doctor Who podcast, they said, why don't they bring back Bam? I mean, honestly, with Unit...
And the actor's still alive, right?
Angela
Bruce still alive. Gallifrey One guest relatively recently, too. Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine? I mean, she should be like high level...
Oh, yeah. She's in the government. She's like a minister by now. She could be the new Mr. Chin.
Maybe she's like the new brigadier. I mean, there isn't a brigadier at the head of unit anymore.
That's true,
It's all science now, thanks to Kate Stewart. I think it would be and given that the future is mostly female when it comes to unit these days, I think Brigadier Bambera, who kicked down barriers in 1989, say what you will about the last season of Doctor Who in its classic form, but like a black female brigadier, and then she gets immediately shunted aside once the old white guy shows up, and nobody really thinks anything less of it. Bambera back in Doctor Who, and who knows, they've already brought back Bell, and because no one else knows how to operate a computer, so I think it's high time that Brigadier Bambera gets her time again at Doctor Who.